I always thought it had something to do with politics, foreign aids, or something to do with the hospital, you know, first aids. Yes, of course, we'd heard about this virus that was taking so many lives, but it didn't really affect us here in South Africa. I mean, nobody talked about it around the dinner table or even from the pulpit in church. I mean, some people said, well, what do they expect with that lifestyle? You know, it was something that didn't affect us. Like Thabo Mbeki, we didn't know anyone with this AIDS. But then Dominee van Skalkwijk, ach, hy was so dierbaar. He always did such wonderful work in the community. He said to me, would I join him on one of his rounds? So I did. It was such an inspiration. We went to 3 houses, and we needed to pray with people and smile with them. But the 4th house was different. It was, well, first of all, the front door was open. It was dark. There was one light at the end of the passage. There was a smell of sickness. And then I saw this old man lying on the bed, klein, oh man, maar, oh man. And I said to Dominee, what must I do? And Dominee said, nee, just stand here, Evita. And he went to the bed, and they were whispering. And I thought, why is this old man alone if he's ill? I looked around. It was so depressing. And then I saw a picture of Karel Brits. Natuurlijk, I ken vir Karel Brits. I know him very well. I haven't seen him for some time, but I know him, and I see. And then, of course, Dominee said, Evita, come. Karel wants to say hello. And I went to the bed, but I looked around, and Karel wasn't in the room. And then the old man said, I am Karel Brits, hello, Evita. I couldn't believe it. Those 2 black eyes in a white death mask staring at me. And then Dominee said very quietly, yes, Karel's been ill for a few months. He's got AIDS. Do you know, a million sirens went off into my head. I thought, oh, nee, wacht. Don't touch him. Don't get near him. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Evita, don't breathe. If you breathe, you'll get this terrible virus. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. And then I ran out of the room. I'm still so ashamed. It was 20 years ago. I mean, we didn't know anything. We didn't ask questions. We didn't want answers 20 years ago. But now we must talk about these things. I couldn't have caught it with breathing in and out. I could have hugged him. I could have stroked his forehead. I could have been sweet to him, my old friend Karel Brits, and I ran away, and he died. Now we must talk, especially now, when viruses come back immune to medication. 1st of December is AIDS Day, every year. Maybe we should have AIDS Day every day?
Evita, Evita, and you know what we mean. Evita, Evita, always on the scene. Evita, Mercedes, no, Evita should be queen.